On again. Now I often say I'm sorry for the people who believe in space and this NASA shit that they give the masses.
Don't be sorry. What do they call it now? It's the opposite of what you're going to be in this video. It's the opposite of, well, me. Be smart. It's got to be so much easier than just being wrong all the time. Not that I would know. I mean, I do keep falling down every time I try to walk into...
And now 2020, they're basically gonna step up the game, and that's why it's always good to keep doing these videos right here.
Oh, no. There's no stepping up of the game. Being the correct is one of those things you just kind of do and keep doing regardless of people who agree or disagree with said correctness for whatever reason that may be. Because if you're right, you're right. People's opinions or feelings just don't factor in. Not even your own when it comes to doing a correct.
But I'm gonna call this one the final nail in the coffin with your space and NASA.
Final nail in the coffin? That does sound exciting, doesn't it? This fella, he's going to disprove both space and somehow NASA, apparently, in this pretty short video. I'll be really impressed with disproving of NASA because, well, unlike space, it's not even hard to visit, at least some portion of it. But what do I know? I'm one of those idiots who thinks that space is real.
And we go get into a few videos and break it down and show you that the NASA is fakery. You understand? All space launch is fakery. 100%.
100%. You hear that? That is actually amazing. That leaves no room for doubt. I mean, who needs doubt anyway? Doubt is for people with the unenviable task of having to actually prove their ideas and think about things. Screw that noise. Certainty. You know you're right when it's simply inconceivable that you could ever be wrong.
And that's why NASA is there to deceive the masses and say you're a damn ball earth and planets. Let's get into this right here. Let me show you some things.
Of course you're another goddamn flat earther, but at least this isn't specifically about that topic, so I'll accept it and you lot can quit your complaining. Like I said, this guy is going to disprove space. That will be incredible. Sorry, I flubbed the line. I mean, that will not be credible.
About the NASA so-called 2020, what they got planned for the masses. You understand? All fakery they got. Nothing is real. These launches, they all fakery. You understand?
Okay, great. You keep saying that, but talk is cheap, man. So I assume your nail in the coffin is some kind of proof or evidence to that effect. And not just you repeating, it's fake, over and over again, until everyone's brains leak out of their heads and they all become as clever as you. Although, to be fair, that's not the worst plan in the world. You know, bringing everyone down to your level. It's almost brilliant. But no, the worst plan in the world was when I tried to become president of Earth by eating all the other political leaders. I barely got halfway through my local member of parliament before I got really ill from all the corruption and that distinct taste of shamelessness that you get from a private education. It was really disgusting.
All fucking weather manipulation programming they got for the masses. You understand?
Weather manipulation and programming, Jesus, what else you got, dude? And just saying every conspiracy theory in the world, again, in no way proves your ideas. You got some proof of weather manipulation. I mean, I know there are ideas floating around to that effect, but as far as I'm aware, none of them have been implemented in any serious way. Tell me, how are they changing the weather? Really?
Every time they launch off one of these, you get some bad weather. Some states...
Wait, what? Really? That's what rockets are for? I gotta say that's a new one on me. I always thought it was passenger airlines that have somehow got a secret compartment for multiple tons of mystery liquid TM to spread out over the unsuspecting masses and do something to the weather. But what? I have no idea. Seeing as airlines are pretty consistently flown, but the weather is still as unpredictable as ever. I mean, yeah, meteorology has come a long way, but it still pees down on days that are supposed to be sunny, and vice versa all the time. Also, I would love to see your data on post-launch weather patterns and what constitutes bad weather. Definitely 100% caused by rockets.
Yes, that's how it is, people. 100%.
You keep saying that, and I'm not seeing any proof. Weird that. Weird that you have 100% confidence and 0% evidence. I mean, you think you would have something to show us, anything to show us, but nope. Proof is for nerds, I guess.
This can go to the damn dome. That's what you need to get, is something fake.
Wait, so it can go to the dome. Sorry, I mean damn dome. I'm presuming by that you mean the firmament. But is also fake. One or the other, dude, please. A little consistency in your ideas. Well, consistency other than always being wrong.
They're pushing on the masses, and I told you, they have to collect money from the masses for these space missions.
You do like to say masses a lot, don't you? And, I mean, yeah, space exploration costs money. Of course it does. Well, I've never understood this whole they need to fake something as unbelievably difficult to fake, and if it wasn't real, so obviously not real, as space, just to get some money out of people. People will give money to basically anything. You would be amazed at some of the crap folks willingly give their hard-earned money to for basically nothing in return. Like bloody microtransactions. Yeah, you really need that fake object for that one game that won't exist once the next version comes out, or you just get bored of it. Stop buying them, for Christ's sake. Give that money to me instead. I'll spend it on something far more important. Yes, I mean whiskey.
All of them is fake. All of these so-called rovers. Yes, it's good to put everything in space. Yes, got some so-called solar panel, but you don't use those solar panel on Earth. Why not?
But they do? Do you think they don't use solar panels on Earth? Or do you mean a specific type? When I would guess if that was the case, there might be different types for planets without atmospheres or something. Or they're just more efficient versions, but also exorbitantly expensive and thus not efficient for use on Earth, when cheaper panels would be more effective for price to performance. But that's not really a consideration when you want something to work in space. You really want the best of the best. At least these are assumptions. They all seem sound and way more thought out than it's fake 'cause I say so.
Why you can't use this on vehicles? Since you can send a vehicle to Mars, a so-called rover, show you a little solar panel on the side, and yes, it can ride around Mars forever. It's bullshit, people. All fakery.
Oh, that's why you think they're fake? 'Cause they don't use them on cars down here. Well, first of all, that's just not true. There are actually loads of solar-powered cars in competitions. Because you see, we have these things on Earth, we like to call them clouds, and they make solar panels less efficient. That's assuming you are somewhere that gets decent direct sunlight anyway. And myriad other reasons, at least for now, are what make a solar-panelled car, for you or I, completely inadequate for normal everyday use. Because if you have a vehicle that's reliant on the sun, and you are reliant on your vehicle, it just doesn't work out very well. A rover, on the other hand, wouldn't really need to keep a schedule once it's there. You could store power on good days, and on really bad days it wouldn't matter if it did nothing for a while. And in the case of the Mars rover, well, Mars has a lower gravity than Earth, so that makes it even more energy efficient than it would be here. You could have figured all this out if you had thought about it for more than half a second, dude.
And I'll tell you, if you believe this, you're just dumb. 100%.
That's just, how do I put this? I am completely convinced. I mean, I thought that the fact that there was no good reason to fake this stuff, and all the inventions that come out of the space race, and things like GPS working in the literal middle of nowhere, and just so many things that prove space to be a real thing. Well, no one's called me dumb until now, and it really does make you think. Obviously, I'm being facetious. No, that's not an argument. And you know, I've been accused of just calling people dumb, and I do not think that is fair. I also call them stupid, idiots, morons, sillies, the anti-smarts. The list goes on. I also occasionally make arguments. But if you're coming to me for robust scientific argument, then you're kind of in the wrong place, buddy. In terms of science communicators, this channel is basically the back of the bus, where we make fun of literally everyone, trip people up and play music really loud from a boombox. We am the cool kids.
Take a look at this right here they call a satellite.
A satellite? And there I was thinking it was some kind of lettuce. Man, I am learning so much today.
Professor, sprinkle us with wisdom from your mighty brain.
They so-called launch in orbit. Take a look at it. Is this real? No, people. It's the same fucking computer graphics they give you right here.
Wait, what? No, of course that one is not real. Of course! That's a 3D representation of a satellite. But how on earth could that possibly mean that other ones aren't real? Look at that. It's a picture of a real one. Is your argument that satellites aren't real because here's a CG one? What an utterly asinine thought to even allow through your mouth flaps. Your brain should be ashamed of what is allowed to happen here and throw itself into apparently not real space.
The same thing they show you for Earth is the same thing they show you for satellite. And I always tell the people, if you believe that this shit is real, show me a real satellite because...
Wow, this is a really easy game. There you go. Right, now I'll prove space to you. Ta-da! Anything else that you think is fake that I can just prove to you by showing a real one? Yeah, I know. He's probably just going to say that they're all fake. But he doesn't qualify what would prove it as real to him. So what am I supposed to do? If I had the money, I'd just shoot him into space. But as it is, I could probably only launch him a few feet using a shitload of elastic bands. Although that would be pretty funny.
They don't have one, you understand? This is CGI computer graphics right here talking about gateway. It's bullshit, people.
It's just a video, for God's sake, man. This isn't their be-all and end-all of what they have and what they are planning to produce and all that jazz. You ever look at one of the scientific papers they've published? You even sit down and actually try to understand the science of what they are talking about so you can pick it apart and point out their flaws? No, of course you haven't. That would involve more effort than pointing and going, but fake! And if you do that, I think we both know you wouldn't believe your own crap anymore. And God forbid you prove yourself wrong. That would mean you aren't the all-knowing wizard of the cosmos. You know, if the cosmos was real.
And take a look at this right here. They're gonna bring new spacesuit. Wow. Take a look at this right here, people. It's nothing but bullshit. This is what they're taking your tax money to do right here with your red and blue for the vision.
I mean, sure, it's not exactly stylish. And I guess because it doesn't look more futuristic, then how can it be an upgrade, right? But I see nothing wrong with this. And I got to assume it's probably not finished or isn't the full suit because of things I would expect to see like a sun visor. But again, just because you don't like it, you don't get it, you don't think it's real, doesn't make you right. And certainly not 100% as you seem to love to say. I mean, what's the saying? I'm going to paraphrase it here, but it goes like, the ignorant are full of confidence and the intelligent are full of doubt. You are 100% confident. So what do you think that says about you, really?
All fake they give the masses. You believe in these so-called spacesuit? You're dumb as a box of rocks. What you tell me you need a spacesuit for?
Space? What else is it going to be used for? Soup? Pretty sure you just get it all over the helmet.
Why? Because there's no oxygen in space? But you do the same floating while you're in the damn ISS. Those so-called satellite you're sitting in, you still float and you don't wear this mask inside of there.
Ow! No, seriously. Ow! I'm pretty sure what you just did there constitutes assault. Because, mate, that really hurt. Okay, let's break down what he said. They use the spacesuit because there's no oxygen in outer space, but they don't use the spacesuit in the International Space Station and they still float around. And this guy seems to think that there's some kind of direct correlation between a weightless environment and a breathable atmosphere, like they are somehow intrinsic to one another. And he has the sheer pigging gall to call anyone else on the planet dumb. The space station is sealed, like the suit is sealed, so the air wouldn't escape and can be breathed by the inhabitant of either. If you opened the ISS, everyone would die. If you opened a spacesuit, the person inside would die. The gravity is irrelevant to either situation. I can't even comprehend how you can be this profoundly thick and actually operate your lungs and fingers at the same time.
What's going on, people? All fakery they give the masses. There you go. Look at this right here. If this is not a mockery, people, I don't know what is. This is a mockery to show the masses that they're going to space. Wow, people, this is bullshit right here, people. All bullshit.
The only mockery here is you and your consistent claims that you know anything is fake, when I seriously doubt that you can't tell your arse from your elbow. You sit here and tell us that this is the nail in the coffin, this is 100% whatever, but all you can do is say you think it's fake. Well, I don't care what you think, I care what you can prove. And considering the first 3 minutes of this video, I seriously doubt you can prove anything. But you know what? Let's be really nice and just go further in and take out 3 random clips. And I'm serious. I'm just going to copy paste 3 random sections and see if we get anything close to an original thought or piece of actual evidence from within the next 20 minutes of video.
Wake your ass up. All of these space launches is fake. You see this right here? This is not real, people. You see it look real to you? There you go. All computer graphics are the Earth and are these so-called satellites. What do you think, people? Wow, the masses take that and run. Why would you buy light years, people? What is light got to do with years, people? Why you dumb?
Okay, an original idea. 1 out of 3 ain't bad. Shame it's worse than everything else. I can't do it. I'm going to have to go lie down and maybe push some crayons up my nose. Hopefully kill the last couple of days of memory. Oh, for God's sake. Did you know there are various buttons and doodads on this very page? There's a subscribe button here, a notification bell there, and a like button down that way. Press them now. Don't ask a question, just do it before they stop you. You wouldn't want them to stop you, would you? Not in insert country here. Also, while you're at it, buy some merch, join the Whiskey Club and support me on Patreon. That'll show 'em.